Later in March, Clash Royale's letting us pick the heroes from now on, so I figured now's a perfect time to rank all the 10 heroes in the game from worst to best. There's going to be 2 heroes in each tier, no F tier because all the heroes are at least decent. Starting off, guys, we got the Musketeer. So the Musketeer hero was very broken when she first came out, but then they nerfed the turret range, so essentially she has to be so much closer now for you to be able to get her turret to lock on top of towers. And even though they added half of a tile of the range back in the recent buff they gave her, she's still proven to be a very weak hero overall and can only pretty much be used inside a 2.6. But guys, I guarantee when in March the heroes flex slot gets implemented and people can use 2 Evos essentially, and a lot of people only have 1 hero, people will probably in 2.6 just use the hero Ice Golem, which is a much better hero compared to the Musketeer, so there's not much of a need to use the hero Musketeer, guys. Next up, we got the hero Mini Pekka. Now, this is also a hero that, again, when it came out, very, very broken, like a lot of the heroes, and then they nerfed it, and it kind of got nerfed to the ground, because not only did they nerf the hero Mini Pekka, guys, they also nerfed the regular Mini Pekka, and this impacted the card drastically because even when you don't use the, pancake boost or whatever, that standard Mini Pekka is, a lot worse, and as a result, it's just not getting as much value. You're seeing it a lot less, and now with more heroes being added to the game, like the Mega Minion, for example, a lot of times people often prefer playing that in their beatdown deck with the Giant over the Mini Pekka, which brings us to the Giant, guys, which was also pretty good, and I would probably put it in B tier if it wasn't for the 3% health nerf they gave to the Giant. Now, the health nerf isn't impacting the Giant as much as it did for the Mini Pekka, which also got a nerf to the amount of healing it did, and just it has to run further now before it heals for the Mini Pekka. The Giant HP nerf didn't impact it as much because it's got so much health to begin with, and I think it also pairs so well with the Mega Minion. That's why I still think it's at least C tier, and there are so many people still running the hero Giant, because if you're going to use the Giant, you're always going to want to run the hero version of it, because keep in mind it's a win condition. That's what makes it unique compared to all the other heroes in the game, which are support cards, and for that reason, the Giant itself is a decent win condition. It's always playing the hero every time you see it and still has good usage, and that punch ability can still be very valuable in a lot of scenarios. So I think it's a below average hero, but I would say it's better than the Mini Pekka and the Musketeer. Next up, guys, we got the Wizard. The Wizard, guys, did get a bit of a nerf where the tornado damage is dealing a lot less to towers, but the main thing that I think made it fall off a little bit, guys, is they implemented the Magic Archer, added it to the game. That is what made the Wizard a lot worse, because the Magic Archer replaced the Wizard in a lot of the decks that had the Tornado, right? It has that Tornado ability. So now you don't need to use that Wizard Tornado combination, because a lot of people are just using Tornado with the Magic Archer. Inside of drill decks, for example, minor decks, you're seeing Magic Archer Tornado. That combination's so OP, and they already have the Tornado in their deck. So because they have the Tornado in their deck, they don't need to rely on the Wizard's Tornado as much. But with that being said, it is still a fantastic hero, and you can definitely still use it inside of things like Royal Hogs, like it was used in last season. And also the Mega Minion happens to be a pretty good counter to it as well, which I think has made it slightly worse too. The Ice Golem, guys, is going to be the start of B tier. Now, this is a little worse because in the last set of balance changes, it did end up getting a nerf to the freeze that it got. So instead of it being 2 seconds, the final freeze, it's 1.5 seconds. But this is still a very valuable hero, and you really do see that play out, especially in Hog decks. 2.6 players, I guarantee, are going to use the Ice Golem over the hero Musketeer. Ice Golem is also going to be very good inside of Balloon decks. 3 Musketeers, you can play it even with minor decks. It's a very versatile hero, and I think that's one of the biggest appeals for it. So maybe after the nerf, it's not OP, but the versatility, and just combined with the fact that the ability can be very valuable, and double and especially triple elixir for stalling games for so long, it's still a very valuable hero, even with the nerf that it ended up getting to the freeze duration. The Mega Minion, guys, is slightly worse now that they nerfed the damage. It's changed some interactions. It's still extremely strong, though, especially in beatdown decks. They just nerfed the damage it does when it actually attacks, so it's not going to be able to kill things as quick, but it's still very broken. And I think that every hero basically is very broken, even the ones in B tier, by the way. It's just the difference with the Mega Minion guys is you pretty much are only running it in beatdown decks. It does pair very well with the Giant, the Lava Hound as well. You're not really going to be able to fit it inside of cycle decks as much, so it's not as versatile, let's say, as the Ice Golem, but I would actually make the argument it's stronger because you can just win so many games from one Mega Minion. If someone cycles, let's just say, a Dark Goblin or anything of that nature behind their tower, and you just go for the Mega Minion ability, sometimes there's just no way they can get a response for it in time. It also happens to be a good counter to the Magic Archer as well, guys, making it still a very good hero even after the nerf it got to the damage that it ends up dealing when you have it strike something. So we're going to start off A tier, guys, with the hero Barbarian Barrel. Now, I know so many of you guys in the comments, a lot of casual players think that the Barbarian Barrel hero is not very good, but I guarantee if you learn how to use it, it is a very, very good card. And at the start of the season, we have, without a doubt, we have seen that already, guys. There's so many people using this card. It's amazing inside of beatdown decks, of course, but even inside of cycle decks, so many people are using it. Even with, right now, the Magic Archer Tornado, some people are using the Barbarian Barrel in that deck. It's really good inside of Bridge Spam. The thing that makes it very strong is the versatility of the card. There's so many decks that are going to be able to fit this card in their deck, and there's so many times where you can just pop that one elixir ability and just have it roll on top of the tower, or at the bare minimum force a response out of your opponent. And just the fact that it's a one elixir ability and it heals, it's kind of almost reminding us a bit of the mini Pekka in a way. You're getting some healing from the ability. It's only one elixir, and the Barbarian just fits in every deck archetype in the game. So for that reason, guys, it is a very, very strong hero, and I think once people learn how to use it, we will actually see that play out, and it might even eventually need to get a nerf. The hero Knight, guys, is still without a doubt one of the best heroes in the game. Even though they ended up nerfing the taunt radius, there's still so many people using this card. It pairs very well with the hero Magic Archer, at least at the moment, while you have so many people still running two heroes in their deck because they haven't implemented the flex slot yet. It just is great for getting units away from, let's say, your Goblin Drill, or if you're running it in a Hog deck, or if you have an Expo, let's say, lock on your tower, you just use the taunt. It is still incredibly strong, and that nerf probably brought it down from S tier. Otherwise, I would have had it in S, but I would say it's still well deserving of A tier, and you can fit into so many things. It's really good inside of mortar decks as well, guys. Just a phenomenal hero, still getting a lot of value from the taunt ability. Just have to make sure to time it a little better, and it has to be a little closer now. That's pretty much the only difference. The hero goblins, guys, are still very, very broken. Even though you would think it made a really big impact that, well, they reduced the banner timer and there's one less goblin, they're still very strong because you're still getting 3 goblins for only 1 elixir. One way they could balance this card out is just do 4 goblins for 2 elixir. People suggested that. That kind of, to me, seems like common sense. Or just making the banner timer only like 1 or 2 seconds. That's, I guess, another alternative as well. But either way, guys, very, very broken card still, and we're clearly seeing that. I think maybe as well, once the flex slot gets implemented and you can only have up to 3 special cards in your deck, maybe that'll help balance it out as well. Because I think at the moment, one of the biggest, I guess, reasons for why the hero goblins are so good is because it pairs so well with just about every other hero, right? They pair very well with the Knight, the Barbarian Barrel, even the Mega Minion. There's some people running the hero goblins inside of a Lava Hound deck, for instance. Really good in Goblin, Drill, Hog, you name it. A lot of different deck archetypes that the goblins can fit in. They're just very low risk, high reward, and any card of that sort that's low in elixir, of course, is going to be an amazing card in the game, which is why I think it's the second best hero in the game. And the best hero, guys, is definitely going to be the hero Magic Archer. Now, keep in mind, very high chance the hero Magic Archer, as well as the hero Goblins, there's a good chance both of them will probably be getting a nerf soon. But the good news is the hero Magic Archer, you do get it for free. So hopefully the people that do obtain it for free have a chance to have fun with it before, from the album event, before they end up nerfing the card. But the fact of the matter is, guys, we cannot deny how broken this card is. The Hero Magic Archer, that dummy's got a good bit of health, and it's not even the dummy as the main reason. The reason it's so good is because typically when you play a Magic Archer at the bridge, there were typical things that could counter the Magic Archer. You could go for a unit to take it out, you could maybe fireball it, and there were all these mind games, right? Of if you should Magic Archer, if you shouldn't, but now you should pretty much play it every single time, because if they end up going in for a counter on it, you can just pop a 1 elixir ability, send it backwards, and it stays alive. And also, when it shoots itself backwards, it's firing a long-range shot that can get like 200 damage on your opponent's tower if it's anywhere near the center of their tower. Even if it's off to the side a little bit, it could still end up connecting to the tower. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, it does activate the king tower a lot. It does, but the thing is, in a lot of the matchups, it doesn't even matter that much anyway, and the Magic Archer's so OP to the point where even if they get the king activated, it doesn't even really matter, because in half of the matches with the Hero Magic Archer, you're getting the bulk of your damage from the Hero Magic Archer, so it's not even going to matter if they activate the king tower, because the king tower can't even hit the Magic Archer. So if you're running a drill deck, for example, or a bridge spam deck, you can still just continue to get damage just as easily later in the match with the Hero Magic Archer. Very versatile, very good in Royal Hogs, very good in Drill, good with the Ram Rider in bridge spam decks, Pekka, of course, guys, Mega Knight, lots of different things you can fit the Magic Archer in, and I just think it's an incredibly broken hero because it's a support card and also a win condition at the same time, and has a very strong 1 elixir ability, of course. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what you guys would change about this list, and thanks again until next time, guys.